Holy shit, is the portal gun working again?
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes that happens.
Just get the keys.
We really need Rick and Morty Season 8 to revisit its most underrated relationship, giving us more of the show's most overlooked character pairings. Season 8 has the potential to show how much the series has grown, and there are a ton of things we're hoping to see, so let's dive into what we know about Season 8 of Rick and Morty. While we appreciate Rick and Morty's commitment to a standalone episodic format, Season 8 really needs to bring back an underrated supporting character. Recent seasons have leaned more into the show's established canon, but not always in the ways viewers might expect. We've seen plots like Rick Prime's long-standing battle with Rick, showing a more serious side to the usually lighthearted series. Even the return of Unity, voiced by Christina Hendricks, was a nod to dedicated fans, as her character was smoothly reincorporated into the show's universe without changing her original role. This is a shift from the show's earlier, more chaotic seasons, where each episode was self-contained and the status quo was reset every week. They even joked about this tendency with fourth-wall breaking moments. However, the recent season's willingness to build on the canon could be great news for one underrated supporting character. While the entire cast deserves more screen time, there was one guest star who didn't get enough spotlight in their first appearance. The Season 7 finale set the stage perfectly for their comeback, and we're excited to see how they'll be reintroduced in Season 8. Rick and Morty really missed an opportunity with Morty and Planetina's romance. Morty's first love interest post-Jessica was a refreshing change, and we were excited to see where his newfound confidence would take him and Planetina. In Season 5, Episode 3, A Rick Convenient Mort, Morty's relationship with Planetina deserved more attention and a better resolution. Planetina, voiced by Alison Brie, genuinely seemed interested in Morty, and he was confident and eager to pursue this new connection. This was a nice break from the repetitive Jessica storyline, and it felt like a real evolution for Morty's character. Unfortunately, the show's commitment to maintaining its status quo cut this storyline short. By the end of the episode, Morty was left heartbroken and alone, and by the Season 5 finale, he was back to begging Rick to restore their old dynamic. This dedication to the familiar formula is a concern for Season 8. If the show sticks too closely to its old patterns, it might miss out on exploring new and promising storylines like Morty and Planetina's relationship. If you think about it, Rick and Morty's twist with Planetina never really made sense. The breakup of Morty and Planetina was swift and confusing, leaving both characters' fates feeling unsatisfactory. The show's attempt to parody cartoon superheroes like Captain Planet and the Planeteers fell flat for me. Morty was horrified when Planetina began wiping out entire mines of civilian workers, even though she had been freed from the corrupt Tina-Tears. It was odd that her environmental activism seemed to turn dangerous for ordinary people, especially when the Tina-Tears had managed to control her for years. The twist, aiming for shock value, felt underdeveloped and didn't explain why Morty couldn't reach out to Planetina. The show's transformation of the once cheerful hero into a deranged eco-fascist seemed unjustified and didn't align well with the chemistry between Morty and Planetina. While the twist fit the cynical tone of the B story in A Rick Convenient Mort, it didn't make up for the story's wasted potential. Given Morty's character growth in the Season 7 finale, it would be great to see Morty and Planetina get another chance at happiness in Season 8. Rick and Morty Season 8 should definitely bring back Planetina. The show never quite followed through on Season 5's promise of Morty becoming more independent and confident, but reuniting him with Planetina and revisiting their unfinished storyline could be a great way to address this. Season 8 doesn't have a villain, which might make the series feel a bit aimless and lacking in narrative drive. However, this absence of a central antagonist could also allow the show to rediscover the lighter tone of its earlier seasons and focus more on Morty's character development rather than always spotlighting Rick's story. With Rick's character arc concluding with the death of Rick Prime, it's a perfect time for the series to shift its focus. Since Unity made a return in Season 7, there's no reason why Planetina shouldn't get a similar revival. Morty's reunion with Planetina could serve as a showcase for his growth, while also filling in the gaps about what's happened to the environmentally conscious superhero since we last saw her. Alison Brie was fantastic as Planetina, and bringing her back could help Rick and Morty prove that it's genuinely committed to developing Morty's character, even if it means stepping away from its tried-and-true formula. Season 8 of Rick and Morty really needs to give more screen time to Rick and Summer. For the show's stories to really thrive, it has to broaden its focus and give supporting characters like Summer and Beth a bigger role. Right now, the series tends to center mostly on Rick and Morty, but expanding the spotlight could make for some exciting new developments. If Morty starts living more independently, it would free up space for Summer to step into his role as Rick's accomplice. This shift would not only explore a new dynamic between Rick and a more defiant Summer, but also offer Summer more character development and screen time. Meanwhile, Morty's story could delve into how his life evolves without constantly being caught up in Rick's wild adventures. By giving Summer a more prominent role, Season 8 could shake up the show's premise and bring fresh perspectives to Rick and Morty's world. This change would highlight Morty's growth from the Season 7 finale and breathe new life into the series by diversifying its character focus. Morty's lack of introspective episodes has always been a bigger issue that Rick and Morty only started addressing with Fear No Mort. From the beginning, Morty was begrudgingly stuck in his role as Rick's sidekick. Even in one of Season 7's funniest episodes, Morty was seen trying to cheer up Rick after the whole Rick Prime fiasco by pushing for their usual adventures. Morty's life was built around working for Rick, much like the show's premise was. However, when Morty started to outgrow this role in Season 7, it marked a turning point for the series as well. With Morty's character evolving, Season 8 has the opportunity to send him on solo adventures. Unlike Rise of the Numbericons, the movie, these new storylines could delve into Morty's own dreams, fears, and ambitions with the same depth and sincerity that the show gives Rick. Evil Morty's backstory in Season 7 highlighted that he emerged because Rick didn't treat him as an equal with his own life. Fear No Mort allowed Morty to confront his fears and see his potential. Season 8 can build on this by steering clear of repeating Rick's past mistakes and continuing to develop Morty as a fully realized character in his own right. The ending of Rick and Morty Season 7 hinted at a future where the show's heroes might embark on solo adventures more often. The season gave us glimpses of this idea, with episodes like the premiere and Air Force Wong featuring minimal Morty involvement and Wet Kuat Amortican Summer focusing primarily on Morty and Summer. Season 8 could fully embrace this concept, potentially offering episodes that center on just one character or another. Fear No Mort demonstrated that Rick and Morty's heroes don't necessarily need each other to thrive. Rather, they work together because they enhance each other's stories. This could pave the way for more character-focused episodes, showcasing how each character stands on their own while still benefiting from their interactions. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. What are your thoughts on how Season 8 of Rick and Morty should handle Morty's solo adventures and the return of Planetina? Let me know.